What is up, you grimy sons of bitches? So, today is the first day of the new vlog on the new channel. It's gonna be the first official vlog I've done. I've done a lot of how-to videos, stuff like that on my other channels, but it's gonna be my first vlog video. I've kind of covered some car meets, stuff like that, but we're gonna do this for real this time. So we're starting off with going to a car meet, actually. In the meantime, though, we're gonna get the Merc ready for the car meet because I can't drive the BMW. While we're talking about getting it cleaned up, if you guys want to support the channel, we've got a link in the description down below for an affiliate program with Chemical Guys. This is how we're gonna get this car ready for the meet. Do a little washless car wash real quick and a wipe down with some sealant. Makes it shiny, makes it clean. And if you guys shop Chemical Guys products and you want to support the channel, make sure you use the link down below. Today we're going to go hit up a car show. We're going to start with that. We'll move on to some other activities later in the week, but that's where we're going to start today. Welcome to Gears and Grind. So I already took the lap around. I tried to record it. One of the things I learned while walking around is that there's too much copyright music going on over on the side that's got the cooler cars, so we'll have to voice over on that side. But there are a few cars over here, so we'll go take a cruise around, take a look at some stuff. A little WRX action for you. This side's a little more on the JDM side. Got the Subarus, the Mazdas, Scions, a lot of Hondas. But yeah, it's a little light this morning. Come spring, this show gets a lot cooler. A lot more people come out. It is like 50 degrees here in Vegas, which isn't typically cold, but here in Vegas, 50 degrees is cold, man. That's like, people are asking if it's gonna snow tomorrow, kind of cold. VR6 Golf action. Had the VR6 Jetta before I sold it to buy the BMW. In some ways I love the BMW and don't think I could live without one again. In other ways I truly miss the VR6 Jetta. But yeah, we'll go over to the cool side. Like I said, I might have to voice it over. I might have to put my own music in, depending on when they start getting loud, but still a lot of cars worth checking out over here. Air ride mod on the Tesla. You seen them? You wanted to hear it? Yes. So first Sundays of the month, the BMW club's out here. I love my BMW. I would drive it every day if I could just keep it running. Alright, so let's talk about those cars. Like I said when I was walking around there, awesome mix of supercars, Euro cars, JDM cars. I mean, it's an awesome meetup. Like everybody comes out. I love going on the first Sunday of the month just because the BMW club's there, and you know, BMW is what I'm into. I also love Porsches, and there's usually quite a few of those there. One thing I did get for you guys that I'm gonna stitch into this video is I did a TikTok live while I was there of all the cars leaving. I was able to pull some kind of grainy footage from that TikTok live that I did, and I'll just share a minute of cars leaving the meet. Just the best of some of the squirrely ones that kind of made me a little bit nervous. You'll see me back up on this 350 a little bit. Just, he probably knew what he was doing, but I'm just a cautious person, and given where I was standing, I felt the need to react to that. Alright, so it's not the box that I'm most excited about, but still a merch delivery from ECS, so it's cool. Parts, clothes, other bull I don't need. We just got some fun toys. Let's go ahead and get the BMW running. This is just kind of a highlight reel of the process of rebuilding the 3-stage intake. And after that, we'll talk about what actually created the problem and how I fixed it. Alright, so fortunately it's a nice day outside. And all of the parts that we're gonna need to get the BMW back on the road will be here today. So after a little musical cars, can start working on tearing it down, so when the DISA valves show up today. That'll be the last thing needed to put it all back together. Come over here and look at some of the parts we're going to put on today. Got an ECS air freshener. Not really a repair, but intake gasket seals. Here's the secondary air injector gasket that I didn't replace last time. Throttle body gasket. And we're still waiting on the DISAs. We're going to go ahead and get started tearing this apart.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Alright, so as you guys saw, it was like a full tear down rebuild of the 3-stage intake, and I did it while it was in the car because there's a lot of different connections on there and a lot of things I'd have to fight with to take it back out. And for what I was doing, it was just easier to leave it in the car. That being said, the repairs did work. It turned out to be that one of the gaskets on the 3-stage intake, on the DISA actually, so it's basically a flap inside that adjusts the airflow. One of the gaskets leading outside of the 3-stage intake had a leak, which then caused the air intake leak and caused the car to run lean. Was affecting my performance. Car was kind of like bumming out on acceleration. Same thing when I'd come to a stoplight. So yeah, replaced all the seals, but really it ended up being just one that needed it after doing a gasket, a valve cover gasket, throttle body gasket, 2 DISAs, intake manifold gaskets, and secondary air intake gasket, which I knew wasn't the problem, but because I did the valve cover gasket and didn't replace that gasket, I knew it needed to be done, so also did that as well. So lots of repairs done on the BMW, lots of gaskets that I don't have to worry about for a little while. Did buy cheap DISAs, so there's a good chance that those are going to have to be replaced again not too long from now, but it at least helped me solve the problem and didn't cost me $3,000, which is what I was originally quoted if you pay somebody to do that same job that I did. Yeah, $3,000. Cost me about $600, so DIY when you can. Alright, last thing I'm going to cover, because this is the first vlog. So obviously it's a little shoddy, it's a little all over the place. I'm still putting some plans together and working through some things, and I don't necessarily, by the time most people see this video, it'll be on YouTube for a long time, but by the time most people see it, I'll hopefully have some much more entertaining content anyways, but you gotta start somewhere. Anyways, I just want to be clear of my intentions with this vlog, with this channel. As far as cars goes in general, I will always cover multiple kinds of cars. Me personally though, I am into Euro cars. I only own Euro cars, and I really only intend on owning Euro cars. To the extent that more so, like, I have no desire to even really own Italian sports cars or supercars. My ultimate goal is to have a 911. And if I'm going to do anything else, they're hopefully going to be builds, probably BMW. So this isn't going to be one of those channels where you're going to see supercars one day if I'm successful. So if you're not into that, sorry. But hit that follow button, like this video. Even if you don't like Euro cars, do it anyways. Help support a guy trying to make it with a new vlog channel. I'll see you guys on the next one.